Hi friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I'm Austin, and today's video is actually a speed build of the house that I built for my first kind of series of streams over on Twitch. So this house took me quite some time to do. It wasn't the quickest build in the world. Basically, to talk about it a bit, I was going to start streaming on Twitch, and I wanted to just do a kind of a small build to get the hang of it, because I wasn't really sure yet what sort of schedule I would be having for streaming. So I didn't have aspirations to do a large family home at all, but this house just kind of took shape as it did, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So if you like how this house looks, then and you want to catch the next stream, I'm not 100% sure yet when it will be, but you can always follow me over on Twitch. I will leave a link to my Twitch channel in the description, maybe at the top, so I don't forget. And yeah, so I'd love it for you to join me with the next stream, and I had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm really excited to be sharing this build with you. So I should mention, though, that this build would not have been possible without both Tracy Lauren and Saucy Potato. The two of them showed up to several of my streams, or yeah, I think both showed up to two of my streams on this, and their input was, so important to this build. This build would not have looked anything like this without either of their words and ideas and, company, because streaming on Twitch by yourself is a little scary at first, and I was, fully prepared for that, but despite being prepared, there still is nothing quite like sitting there talking to yourself at first, and it was an exciting thing, but I'm very happy that I was joined by two lovely people, as well as other people would stop by and stuff. But and that is one thing I want to mention. I don't want to talk too much about streaming, but if you can only stop by for 5 minutes and say hi and maybe watch a little bit of the stream, that is completely fine. I have no issues with that. If you ever want to check out a stream, then go right ahead. I know it can be tough to have free time, though, so, don't feel obligated to stay for a whole hour or two, or an hour or two, but, yeah. So, this house actually, in a shocking turn of events, took over 6 hours to complete. I did almost 6 hours on stream, and then after I finished my last stream of this, I went in and added some finishing touches off camera. I didn't record any of that footage, but it basically consisted of me spending about almost 20,000 more simoleons on the house, just adding, various decorative items. But yeah, it was a lot of work to get the house looking the way it does. But I'm so happy with it. But yeah, so I do want to apologize for the shorter week of videos. As you may have known, I did not release a video on Monday. Sorry, I just hit my desk. I did not release a video on Monday, and the reason being, this was actually the video that was meant to go up on Monday. I did record a voiceover. It didn't sound great, because unfortunately, in my personal life, I do have two cats that I occasionally talk about, and unfortunately for me and for one of my cats, he does have quite a few health issues, and has to take medication for that kind of stuff. And sometimes the medication can be difficult for him. He's doesn't have anything, health-wise too severe, just a lot of, kind of lingering stuff that is rather annoying for, I think, both him and me, but, it can just be hard some days for him. So, yesterday was sort of that whole day. He was having, trouble, so, he was kind of being a cranky kitty, but, he's, doing better now, and, so that's always good. But, anyways, yeah, the voiceover just didn't turn out well, because I was thinking about him, and I could also hear him because he is a very vocal cat. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before. Both of my cats are pretty vocal, but he is more vocal than the other, and he's very loud, and he is he's such a cute kitty. So thankfully he is doing better now, and hopefully he continues to stay doing better, because in the world right now it is kind of difficult to take him to the vet. So hopefully I don't don't have to, but if need be, then I will have to, and that's completely fine because my cat is very important to me. So working on the backyard was, working on the house, I should say, took such a long time to break down the Twitch stream days. The first day I worked entirely on the outside of the house, and then on the second day I worked pretty much primarily on the first floor, and then the final day was the second floor and then some minor finishing touches. So it was about an hour and a half for the exterior, about an hour or 2 hours for the first floor, and then about almost 2 hours for the second floor and finishing touches. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed streaming. I was slightly afraid when I started that I would not like it, because this was really something I'd been building in my head for the longest time. I'd been wanting to stream either on Twitch or on YouTube since pretty much the early days of my channel, which, as you may know, I started this channel I started posting Sims videos on this channel in 2017. So it's been a very long time that I've been wanting to do something like this, and to finally have been able to say that I did it has been so exciting. And I really hope to do more videos, more streams in the future, and I would love it if you would join me over on there. If you do want notifications as to when I'm going to be streaming next, like a schedule or something tangible, I should be talking about it over on Twitter, which there is a link to my Twitter in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch. But just check me out there, and if you want to see anything like that. I have been considering maybe doing one stream on YouTube, because I've never streamed on YouTube before, and I'd like to maybe know how it is before I go kind of all in on just streaming exclusively on like Twitch. So you'll have to stay tuned for something like that, but I'm not sure yet if that's going to ever happen, just because I've been really enjoying Twitch. I like the community over there. I've been trying to watch more streams over there, and it's just a really kind of nice, relaxing place to be. I don't know, it just kind of feels a little more laid back than YouTube, which has been pretty nice, though I know it can be pretty stressful on Twitch. So, I'm just doing it out of enjoyment, which I've been, doing with YouTube for a while now, I've been really enjoying, kind of the ideas, and I think on Twitch I might do some more, play some more games. So if you've ever wanted to see me try out some other games, maybe like House Flipper, or maybe even games in a completely different genre, then that is another reason to maybe check out my Twitch. I don't have anything set in stone yet, but I have been considering doing something like that. I also want to apologize if my voice sounds weird. So you might have heard me last week or the week before talking about how the weather in my area was heating up, and we were getting like summertime weather, at the start of May. And so now, with it being the middle of May, my area decided that it wants to now be cold again, and it's raining. And so it's been very weird, because here I was getting ready for really cold weather or really hot weather, and now a week later I'm waking up freezing cold and hearing rain hitting my window, and it's been so weird. But it's also been kind of nice, because I do hate the heat, and I kind of wish it was just the cold weather and not the rain, because I know a lot of people love the rain, but the thing I hate most about rainy weather is that it can sometimes knock out power or internet, and those are two things I like very much and I would rather have. And so hopefully, with all the weather the way it is, my internet isn't down at all, because I would love to stream sometime this week, but if it's raining and my power goes out, then there's nothing I can do. And so, so fingers crossed on that. But, I do have a video lined up for Friday. So, unfortunately, there will only have been 2 videos this week. I probably could have gotten another video ready for this week. But like I said, Monday was a difficult day to do a video, and I don't really want to switch out my schedule or anything. So, I'm not going to upload these on weird days. I was kind of on the fence of maybe doing a Tuesday and a Thursday upload, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that for this week. That'd be awkward if I did, because I've talked about this whole voiceover that this video is going up on Wednesday, so I think that's kind of set in stone by now, and I really don't want to do another 20-minute voiceover, though actually this video isn't 20 minutes. I know this video is actually slightly above my my typical videos. I know I typically do 15-minute flat or below. But with this build, it took so much effort to try to cut this down to how long it is as is, that I didn't want to cut it down anymore, because there was just so much great, I think, building here that I think it had to be shared. Obviously, if you want to see the full videos, they are actually still archived over on Twitch. So if you want to check them out, then I highly recommend you do, because, you don't have to watch the whole thing. I mean, that's 6 hours every day. But, like, watching the first and second stream, like parts of them, I might go and make highlights of certain parts that I really liked, either because of, there was a lot of collaboration going on, or there was just me saying some stupid funny stuff. But I might try to do that, though that would probably take a lot of time. So maybe, hold off on checking out these streams, because there is a lot of boring content. Like, I think on all 3 days, I was pretty much streaming by myself for the first 15 to 30 minutes, so I started to go crazy. But, it is what it is, and I'm very happy with how the streams turned out. I had so much fun, and you can probably tell I had a lot of fun because I won't shut up about it. I know I said I didn't want to talk that much about streaming, especially over here on YouTube, because even though I have been letting you know about it, the last thing I want to do is make you feel compelled that you need to go, and that I'm begging you, telling you follow me on Twitch. In all honesty, if you don't want to watch me on Twitch, that is completely fine. If you support me on here, and or even just follow me on Twitter, and you just somehow stumbled into this video, that's completely fine. I really love doing all these things, but I know it's not for everybody, and you don't have to feel compelled to watch a video or leave a comment if you're just not feeling it. And so that's kind of always been my policy, but I know I don't talk about it that much. I watch the videos I watch and support the people I support because I genuinely like them, and I would never want to feel that people are out here supporting me because they feel obligated to, because I watch their videos or I comment on their stuff. So that's kind of always been my ideas. I love every interaction I've had on this channel, and I've felt so fortunate to been able to to stream on Twitch, and tweet on Twitter, and post photos on Instagram, and I feel very lucky to be in a fortunate position where I'm able to have internet and stuff like that. But I'm kind of rambling on now. I just wanted to make sure it doesn't seem like I'm trying to force you to follow me on a platform that you may not even have an account on. So now that that's out of the way, this build is wrapping up. These are the last 2 rooms I did. I feel really bad because I had to cut out basically all the bathroom parts of this build. There are 3 bathrooms in this build. There's one on the first floor, 2 on the second, one being a master and one being a full bath, for the 2 kids' bedrooms. And the reason why I had to get rid of the bathrooms is because they took so long to do. The second floor bathroom that is for the kids took me so long to finish. Like, it was so difficult for me to figure out for such a small space. But it was really one of those areas that I wish I could have carried over the footage or the actual stream stuff, because me trying to work it out and getting help was one of my favorite parts of this build, because there was a lot of troubleshooting involved, and there was a lot of ideas being thrown around. It was really fun. So you can actually check that out. Maybe I'll try to make that some sort of highlight or something, but I had a lot of fun doing this video. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of fun doing more streams in the future. I'm not going to do, not all my videos, are going to be, streamed. Not all my builds are going to be streamed. I'm still going to, build outside of, making Twitch streams and stuff, so don't worry about that, because I know that can be kind of annoying, because this video is longer than a typical speed build of mine. I do think it honestly looks genuine. I genuinely think it looks better though than a lot of the speed builds I've done, because sitting there for 6 hours, you clutter spaces you don't normally clutter, or you have ideas that you don't normally have, and so I just think that's going to help. And also having collaboration, that is one thing I do want to mention about my Twitch streams, is if you have an idea that you want to see in the build or for a future build, then feel free to let me know in the comments or in the chat, because that is something that I try to listen to. Now, that being said, obviously I can't implement everything, but, in the future, I really am excited for what kind of collaborations can be done. And, so That's the last I'm going to talk about Twitch, I swear. This bedroom is actually one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I did have to cut it down a bit, and I love how the room turned out. You'll have to see it in screenshots, and I do believe I am posting more screenshots on Instagram, and I'm actually going to try to post some more on Twitter as well. They're going to be the same screenshots on Twitter as Instagram, so you don't have to follow me on both if you don't want to. But I've been really meaning to post more screenshots onto Twitter. I typically post screenshots of builds the next day, though I might post screenshots later today just because this build has been up for a while, and I really love how it looks. I've been really wanting to share it with the kind of general public. So anyways, as you can see, the video is complete and screenshots should be on the screen. If you missed last Friday's video, then I highly recommend you check that out. That video was the fall home. Yes, that was last Friday's video. It was a tiny house that is just, I think, perfectly just like encapsulates the fall or autumn time. It's so beautiful, and I really love how it turned out. So feel free to check it out if you get a chance. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.